Foolish Kaiba, that's no Blue Eyes White Dragon, that's a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. And in today's episode of A to Z Yu-Gi-Oh, I'll show you just how powerful it is. Before we jump into the deck profile or anything, I just want to say happy 4th of July to all of the Americans out there, or even if you're not American, happy 4th of July. Regardless, we're filming this on 4th of July, it should come out on 4th of July, so enjoy your holiday everybody. But now, let's jump right into the deck list, and starting with the man of the hour, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, who we don't technically have to tribute summon, because if we want to, we can special summon him by tributing 2 monsters with 2,000 more attack, and that it counts as a special summon, but we ain't really going to be doing that. We can get him out in many other ways, and he has the bonus effect that when he battles an opponent's monster, you can banish both of them for the battle phase, but really, he ain't the main stud anymore, helps us to get into a lot of better card stuff. And there's his teammate, Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon. I don't know the relationship between them, but they seem very similar. If we control a Galaxy Eyes monster, we can special summon them from our hand in defense position. And if it's detached from an Xyz monster to activate that effect, we can take a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from our hand or our deck and special summon it. So like, this card gets you 2 free special summons basically. And if this is during the battle phase, we can double the attack of all number monsters we control. But that's just a nice little bonus. And getting away from the big guys, we get into our starters and extenders and blah blah blah. Starting off with Galaxy Soldier though, one of the goats here. We can send a light monster from our hand to the graveyard and special summon him from our hand in defense position. And when he's special summoned, we can add a Galaxy monster from our deck to our hand, which goes great in tandem with Photon Jumper, who has a stupid battle phase effect that we're never going to use. And if it's sent to the graveyard, we can add a Photon or Galaxy Spell or Trap from our deck to our hand. So if we pitch it off Galaxy Soldier, that's 2 adds and a special summon from 2 cards, like GG, easy. Next up is Galaxy Wizard, who lets us change his level to level 8, or I guess increase it by 4, but it's always going to level 8 once per turn. And not once per turn, we contribute him to add a Galaxy card from our deck to our hand, so we can be doing that 2 or 3 times a turn if we're really safe. Next up, the Photon Orbital. During our main phase, we can target a Photon or a Galaxy monster control and equip it, giving it 500 attack, and that monster can't be destroyed by battle. But what's really nice about this is we can send the equip card to the graveyard and add a Photon or a Galaxy monster from our deck to our hand. Next up, 2 Photon Emperor, the best card to pitch in this deck. If maybe not the best, but in 99% of situations it is. If this card is sent to the graveyard while another Photon or Galaxy monster is on the field, we can special summon them in defense position, and then after we normally special summon them, we get a bonus normal summon from a light monster. And would you look at this? Every single card in here is a light monster. Whoa! So just a free normal summon. And then 2 Galaxy Summoner. If this card is normally special summoned, we can target a Photon or a Galaxy monster in our graveyard and special summon it in defense position. So say, hey, maybe we tribute that Galaxy Wizard, bring him back with Galaxy Summoner, and we can do it again because it's not once per turn. Also, it has a level 4 module manipulation if we just so happen to need it. Next up, we got the guys who can special summon themselves. 3 Photon Vanisher. Cannot be normal summoner set, but if we control a Photon or a Galaxy monster, we can special summon it. And if this card is special summoned, we can add a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from our deck to our hand, giving us our big guy. Plus, an Xyz monster that was summoned using this card banishes any monster destroyed from it, not sends it to the grave. 1 Photon Thrasher must be special summoned while we control no monsters and can't attack. He's just there to get us a bonus body. 1 Photon Advancer. If a Photon monster is on the field, we can special summon it from our hand. And a Galaxy Blade. A little bit different from the rest of them, but we can reveal a Photon monster in our hand and special summon it, and then its level becomes that Photon's level. So we can have it be a 4 or an 8, whatever we need it to be basically. Before we jump into the spells, you may have noticed that there are no hand trap monsters, and that's because we ball. This deck just goes. Stopping the opponent is less important than having yourself just go off. So let's start with the spells. First, we got 3 Galaxy 100. This card is huge. When it's activated, we can send a Photon or a Galaxy card from our deck to the graveyard. So, hey, maybe send that Emperor and get a special summon and a normal summon. Then, if Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is special summoned while this card's on our field, we can look at their extra deck and banish a monster from it, or if they have a number monster, we can special summon their number monster. Then we go into a Hyper Galaxy. We can tribute a monster with 2,000 or more attack, except for Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, which is a weird restriction, and target a monster our opponent controls with 2,000 more attack, and tribute it. And then special summon a Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon from our hand, grave, or deck. So it's not a 1-for-1, it's a 1-for-0 base, or I don't know what to call it, but we get Photon Dragon, so we're not just canceling everything out. 1 Accelerate, if we control no monsters, we can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Photon or Galaxy monster from our deck, so just a great starter. 1 Galaxy Expedition, if we control a level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster, special summon a level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster from our deck in defense position. Low-key, if there's one more card that I would want to put at 2 here, it would be Galaxy Expedition. Probably low-key coulda. Really nice card. Also, Galaxy Trance, another really good card. Pay 2,000 and target a Photon monster in our graveyard. Special summon both it and a Galaxy monster from our deck with the same level, both in defense position. So say we special summon a Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon, then we would have to use an Afterglow Dragon as that second one, as they're both the same level. Then, if we do that, each monster's attack becomes 2,000, and their effects are negated, but it's really good at getting us into Xyz plays. Next up is Numbers of Last Hope, which is always treated as a Galaxy-Eyes card, kinda nice. We can pay half our life point and target 2 monsters in our graveyard, special summon them both without their effects. That's fine, because after this effect resolves, we Xyz summon a number of Xyz monsters using only those 2 monsters. So, whether it's a 4 or an 8, it has to go into a number monster. And the last Galaxy card, Galaxy Zero, we can target a Photon or a Galaxy monster in our graveyard, special summon it in face-up attack position, and equip it with this card. It cannot attack or activate its effects, which kinda sucks, but it is a free special summon, which can be great for getting into Xyz. Then we have a Foolish Burial. Like we've mentioned earlier, we want that Emperor in the grave, and Foolish Burial puts that right to the grave, or a Photon Jumper. It just is great with a lot of cards. Call by the Grave keeps our plays going, hurts our opponents, and Reinforcement of the Army can search for cards such as Photon Jumper, so it's just nice to have. And I suppose the only quote-unquote hand trap-esque card we're playing, Triple Tactics Talents. If our opponent tries to punish us, we can look at their hand, steal their monster, draw 2 cards. It's just great. And to the extra deck, I could definitely have this in a better order, but we're just going to go with the order that it's in. We start off with Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. 3 level 8 monsters, so kind of expensive to make, but really good. If this card is Xyz summon using Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon for any of its materials, all face-up cards on the field have their effects negated, so no one can do anything. And once per turn, we can detach a material from this card, and detach all materials from monsters our opponent controls, so shuts off their Xyz plays. And this card gains 500 attack for each card that was discarded that way. Also, it can attack up to that many times during each battle phase, so if our opponent has Xyz monsters, we just destroy them. Then into a Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon. Also 3 level 8 monsters, which I know it sounds expensive, but is really doable in this deck. We can Xyz summon this card using a Galaxy Eyes Xyz monster we control as material, except for itself. Once per turn, we can target up to 2 equip cards equipped to it and attach them to this card as material. I don't know when that really comes up, but that's fine. And we can detach 1 material from this card and target 1 face-up card our opponent controls, destroy it. Next up, number 62, so a number card. Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. Only 2 level 8 monsters, and if this card battles during battle calculation, we can detach 1 material from this card. Once per battle, this card gains attack equal to the combined ranks of all Xyz monsters on the field times 200. So it doesn't exclude itself, so that's already like a free 1600. And if this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect while it has Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as Xyz material, we can special summon this card during the second standby phase activation and double its attack. So it's going to come back out after 2 turns at 8,000. But any battle damage this card inflicts to your opponent is halved unless it has Photon Dragon as Xyz material. So if it's getting special summoned back, it's probably not going to have that. Then into its father, number C62, Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, which requires 3 level 8 light monsters, or just Galaxy Eyes number 62 Prime Photon Dragon. Then, at the start of the battle phase, we can detach 1 material from this card, and it can make up to 3 attacks on monsters during the battle phase. And if it has Photon Dragon as material, it is unaffected by opponent's monster effects and gains attack equal to the level of ranks of its attached materials times 100, so it's going to be huge and can attack 4 times for an easy OTK. Then into a little guy, Galaxy Photon Dragon. Like I mentioned, this could have been in a better order. Requires 2 level 4 monsters, and other light monsters we control gain 500 attack. But what we really like from this card is that we can detach one material from this card and add a Photon or a Galaxy card from our deck to our hand. Next up is number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. Requires 2 level 8 monsters, and if it has a Photon card as material, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. It has 2 effects of its own that can each be used once per turn. When an opponent's monster activates this effect, we can detach one material to negate that monster's effect, and if the attached material was a Galaxy card, which a lot of them are, we can destroy that card. And during our opponent's main phase, we can take one Photon or one Galaxy card from our deck and add it to our hand or attach it as material, so either just getting us some nice follow-up or potentially attaching a Galaxy card so that we can destroy something else. And Galaxy Eyes Cypher X Dragon, who evolves from Galaxy Eyes Cypher. We're gonna pull an audible real quick. Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, 2 level 8 monsters, and once per turn we can detach a material from this card and target a face-up monster our opponent controls. Monsters we control cannot attack our opponent directly for the rest of the turn, except for this card, but we get to take control of the targeted monster until the end phase. And then we have its father, Galaxy Eyes Cypher X Dragon, who is who we're really going to be going into, which allows us to, once per turn, we can detach 2 materials from this card. Our opponent cannot target light monsters we control with card effects until the end of their turn, so for a long time, low-key. Also, once per turn during our standby phase, we can return a rank 9 or lower Dragon Disease monster from our grave to the extra deck, but Cypher X usually ain't sticking around that long. Here we got number C60. Wait, hold up. We got 2 of these. These guys got to be next to each other. This is so sloppy with the extra deck. My bad, guys. My bad. We're going to also do the little guy. Star Liege Photon Blast Dragon. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for going out of order like this. Who requires only 2 level 4 monsters, and if it's Exceed Summon, we can special summon a Photon monster from our hand. While this Exceed Summon monster is on the field, our opponent cannot target monsters we control with 2,000 more attack with card effects, and they cannot be destroyed by our opponent's card effects. Ha, pretty good protection. Also, once per turn during our opponent's turn, we can detach a material and target one of our Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon that is banished during our graveyard, and special summon it back out. And next up, number 38, Hope Harbinger. We're just calling him Hope Harbinger, his name's too long. 2 level 8 monsters who, and once per turn when a spell or trap, or actually just a spell card is activated, we can negate that effect, and if we do, attach it to this card as material. Also, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, we can detach 1 material from this card and change that attack target to this card during damage calculation. If another Xyz monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target 1 face-up Xyz monster you control, and it gains attack equal to the destroy monster's attack. Oh, another Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. Holy crap, we're so out of order here. The final card, number 100, Numeron Dragon. The cool boy who requires 2 number Xyz monsters with the same name and rank. Kind of hard conditions, I won't lie. Once per turn, we can detach 1 material from this card, and it gains attack equal to the combined ranks of all Xyz monsters on the field times 1,000. So yeah, it can be pretty big. Then, until the end of our opponent's turn, when this card is destroyed by card effect, we can destroy as many monsters on the field as possible. Yeah, really big card. Big for OTKs, potentially. And the final card, oh, a link! Finally, no more Xyz monsters. Galaxy Eyes Sulphur Dragon, who is kind of crazy, low-key. Requires 2 light monsters and a monster with 2,000 more attack. Then, if this card is link summoned, we can target a Photon or a Galaxy monster in the graveyard and add it to our hand. Then, during our opponent's main phase, we can discard a Photon card and a Galaxy card, or just a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, and target one of their special summon monsters and destroy it. So, just some nice disruption. And yeah, that's the deck profile. Let's jump into some games and see what the Galaxy Eyes deck can really do. In game 1, we are going second against Dinomorphia, but it looks like our opponent has not opened the greatest necessarily, but really not that bad for a Dinomorphia hand. They're going to start off with Thursday letting them get Dinomorphia Frenzy, and they set their Iron Thunder and pass. They have an Ash to stop us. We will go Rhoda trying to get that Photon Jumper, but that gets Ashed. And now we can start to just go off here. We go Galaxy Soldier pitching our Photon Dragon. They're going to Frenzy getting out Ket and Garnet, and we will Galaxy Soldier effect. They'll Ket effect. Ket bringing out Rexstrom, but we get to add Galaxy Summoner, and we can go Galaxy 100, pitching Emperor effect to special summon itself, and get us a bonus normal summon, going into a Galaxy Wizard. Galaxy Wizard adding Galaxy Expedition bringing out Afterglow Dragon, normal Galaxy Summoner, and add special summon our Photon Dragon. Then we can go Galaxy... Pause. Want to highlight this? he was on the Z-Arc stuff when we searched his extra deck, so we get rid of Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon just in case that set card was the Z-Arc trap, and we were going to have a whole bunch of dragons sprung on us. Then after that, we went into Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Huge card, who is supposed to negate the effects of all others on the field, but Rex Term negated our negate. So I can't read and did a little oops, but we're fine. We're fine. So then we go into Galaxy Eyes Armor Photon Dragon, get in for 1,000, and easy. Despite the fact that he negated us once, this is the problem with Dinomorphia. He's on no life points, and we get to bring out cards that have 4,000. Realistically, he could have like Iron Thunder. No, nothing. Like, this was just attack points greater than easy dub. No need to overextend because we easily could have. In fact, we probably even did. Tactic by definition of overextend. But really, once we get to our 4,000 guy, we just go into battle phase and win the game. Out to game 2, the definitely much better matchup. We are again going second, so we gotta swap views against Fiendsmith, but with the Kaiba cards? Question mark? I don't know. Let's see what this guy's cooking. He's going to start off with normal summoning Skilled Brown Magician. Never seen this card, and pitches the Fiendsmith. Goes for Fiendsmith Tractus, and he gets to place a counter on his Kaiba support. I don't know what's going on. We have Fabled cards. We have Curry Babylon. He's searching for a Curry Born. And, oh, okay, back into the Fiendsmith stuff. Nice, nice. I understand what's going on here. Fiendsmith Sequentia. Shuffling cards to make Fiendsmith Desiree. And Fiendsmith Lacrimosa. Oh, no, don't burn me. Oh, okay, wait, the burn wasn't yet. I'm dumb. You're going to attach 2 to the Desiree. And pass turn to me. We have Soldier and some tactics, though, so I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. We can Soldier, Emperor effect, Soldier effect, bringing us back Galaxy Wizard, and that bonus normal summon. He's going to negate all 3 of their effects, and we will tactics. Look at his hand, because I was a little scared of a hand trap. People just get rid of a Kaiba card. Interesting. We'll bring out another Galaxy Soldier, pitching our Photon, and make Soulfare Dragon. And we got some spells going on here. Galaxy Expedition, bring out Afterglow Dragon, and I feel like I have sequenced a little incorrectly here, but we can save it with our numbers last hope. Special summon these 2 and make a Galaxy Eyes Neo Galaxy Eyes C62 Photon Dragon. Attack the wrong card. Attack the wrong card. Literally, this was the one card that I didn't have to attack. I have 5,600 and can attack 3 times. And if this guy goes to the graveyard, he can shuffle another life monster to target a card on the field and send it to the graveyard. So he can actually get rid of his own monster so that I can't kill him this turn. Oh my gosh. And we get in, leave him on 3,800, but we literally could have killed him. We just sequenced the attacks wrong. So he gets to go back to Skilled Brown Magician, Monster Reborns, the Lacrimosa. Uh-oh, wait, am I gonna die to burn here? It adds more Kaibos, goes into the Requiem. It gets out the Fiendsmith. I'm lost here with all these Kaibos, and I'm getting burned. I'm only at 1,600. I'm scared. I'm so scared. He gets rid of both of these and goes back into Sequentia. I don't even know how many. I think he gets to shuffle them back. He's going through a lot of these. Goes into Desiree again. We're getting a little scared, and he has a 1 equip card to it. But I think we're okay here. We have Orbital. We can attach Orbital to Soul Flare, give it the bonus attack to beat over it, and that gets negated. But we can still attack once, and that gets it off the board, and we're safe. We have... Oh my gosh, why does he have more Kaibos? So we get in for... I think we did 300 damage, but we end on a Soul Flare Dragon and still the big Prime Photon Dragon. He Healers of Darkness for nothing, so we're good. But that was a scary game. No more Kaiba. We're gonna call by that, and that ends the game. Thank gosh we had the call by for that. Imagine Kaiba saved him. A very interesting deck there with the Fiendsmith Kaibos and incorrect attack sequencing. Easily could have lost us that game there because we were so close to burning to death. Paying half our life points and getting burned twice. Very scary, but in the end, the deck is too strong, and this Prime Photon Dragon being unaffected is really nice. So that's it for Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Or Galaxy Eyes as a deck as a whole. I struggled a little bit in games where I tried going first, I'll be honest, but going second, this deck can really OTK well. And like I said, we ain't playing hand traps. We just let him set up a board, break that thing down, make big cards, beat over him. and it is pretty fun. Let me know down in the comments if you have any suggestions for future decks further down the alphabet, and other than that, have a great day everyone. If it's still the holiday, enjoy your 4th.